Hey, how's it going, folks? Well, this is the third installment of Wrestling Connect. I do appreciate everybody who's been on board with the channel over the last month. It is the last day of the month here coming up tomorrow, and we do have some more news coming up daily as much as possible on the website healbynature.com, as well as news on the channel. Hopefully we'll try to get some more videos up, but starting up with the big news of the week, obviously it's Roman Reigns returning. He returned on Raw this past Monday, and there's a lot of people out there, there's mixed reactions from the way WWE is handling it. Obviously, it is fantastic news that Roman Reigns is now back in the WWE. He did state that he is in remission, and they are now working towards him getting back in the ring. There's been a lot of chatter online whether or not this was a work, what's going on with his illness, things like that. And obviously, I am no doctor, and a lot of these people out there who are speaking as well aren't doctors. So what I'm going to say right now is that let's not worry about trying to pull some certain curtain off of everything. Let's not try to expose what's going on, because honestly, there's nothing really to expose here. We do know that the WWE, they're a publicly traded company. They're not going to fake some sort of cancer angle in order to get a superstar over. That's not how it works. So I wish Roman Reigns the best. He is in remission, and let's stop with all of these conspiracy theories like the WWE is just trying to get him over. They're trying to say that he faked his cancer. It's a work. I'm not going to hear it. My opinion, and a lot of people's opinion, is let's just stop with that nonsense. Let's move forward. We don't know what type of cancer, leukemia, Roman Reigns had. It's none of our business to know what type he had. All we know is that he is in remission and that he is back in action very soon. And as far as when he will be back in action, it does look like they are doing a Shield reunion. And John Pollock over at Post Wrestling did report Monday night they did have a plan in place to bring Roman Reigns back into action, having him team up once again with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. The word from backstage is they will be doing a Shield reunion. It could either be a 3-on-3 thing where you do have Roman, Dean, and Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, and Baron Corbin, or they could always add Elias and Braun Strowman in the mix, making it 4-on-4. Obviously, Dean Ambrose is set to leave the company after his contract does expire in April. So what, they would have to do is they would have to do it before that happens. And obviously Seth already has a program at WrestleMania. So that would be something we could possibly see as soon as Fastlane. Obviously, I don't know for sure, but there is talk backstage to have a Shield reunion happen. And all this stuff with Dean Ambrose being heel, all of that stuff, maybe they're throwing it out the window just because Roman is back. They're rewriting a lot of things, as Vince McMahon is now kind of a character that is playing his real life character where he just can't make his mind up. We've seen it with Becky Lynch. He took her out of the match at WrestleMania. We do expect her to find her way back into that match somehow, making it a triple threat. Now he's taken Kofi Kingston out of the Fastlane match, threw in Kevin Owens. What is Mr. McMahon doing? Vince McMahon is acting like himself the same way he likes to change things backstage all the time. It does look like this is similar to his real life, and it did look like at one point in time that Daniel Bryan would be squaring off against a returning superstar, that returning superstar being Kevin Owens at WrestleMania, then him facing Kofi Kingston at Fastlane. It looks like they switched that around. Now it seems like we're going to see Kofi versus Daniel Bryan, hopefully at WrestleMania. And will we see Kofi Kingston get that WWE Championship? Will that championship turn into a working title similar to how the Intercontinental Championship is? Maybe make that Universal Championship something a little different, as we'd never see it defended, obviously because of Brock Lesnar. But will we see guys who you never thought would have a chance finally get the WWE Championship. I guess we'll just have to wait and see how that pans out. First, we have to get to Fastlane on the 10th from Cleveland, where we do see Kevin Owens versus Daniel Bryan. And then from there, WrestleMania season. Another big thing from this past Monday on Raw, Batista has returned. That huge angle they did at the end of Raw, Batista was hidden backstage, and there wasn't many people who did know exactly what the angle was going to be, but they pulled it off beautifully. One of the best angles, the camera angles itself, the actual wrestling angle, everything involved was beautiful. The way he dragged Ric Flair out of that room, I loved it. And now Batista is scheduled to be at Raw this upcoming Monday, according to Mike Johnson, a PPV Insider. So they are definitely setting up that match between Triple H and Batista at WrestleMania. So that will be interesting to see as well. Going into other news with AEW, they have confirmed July in Jacksonville will be their next event after Double or Nothing. It will be their Fight for the Fallen event, where proceeds do go to basically people who are enlisted in the Army, the armed services, things like that. So they will be benefiting that. And they did announce on their latest blog that they will have an event there. And also Bea Priestley has signed with the company. She will be starting at the Jacksonville event as well. So that's interesting stuff with AEW. Matt and Nick Jackson are still doing their thing where they do visit independent events. They did visit an AEW event over the weekend. They solidified their match. Now it's just going to be a tag team match. Lucha Bros versus the Young Bucks at Double or Nothing in Las Vegas at the end of May. Hardy Boys, let's talk about them for a moment here. Their contracts were set to expire next month in just a matter of days, and the WWE found some sort of loophole in their contract, some sort of clause in their contract now to extend it another year. So the Hardy Boys aren't going anywhere. Their contracts were supposed to end next month. They originally signed a 2-year deal back in 2017. We will see them now for another year. It does look like they're back together. The whole broken, woken gimmick that Matt once had, it does look like that was put off to the side now. Now the Hardy Boys are as a tag team once again, and we'll probably see them go for those SmackDown tag team titles as the WWE is trying to rejuvenate their tag team division. And as far as the next pay-per-view, we do have Fastlane coming up. We obviously have the WWE Championship match. We have Daniel Bryan squaring off against the returning Kevin Owens. Now we also have Asuka defending her SmackDown Women's Championship against Mandy Rose. We have the Women's Tag Team Championship on the line as the Boston Hug Connection square off against Tamina and Nia Jax. And then we also have, for the SmackDown Tag Team titles, we do have the Usos versus Miz and Shane McMahon. And before I go here, one more thing. Tammy Sytch, she is back in jail. I believe it is her 6th DUI. The former Sunny, she was released from jail last October. She was reportedly doing okay, but she was pulled over the weekend driving on the wrong side of the road. She was intoxicated, and it's not a good situation for her. She has been through rehab multiple times. The WWE also sent her for rehab as well. It does look like it's not going to be good news for Tammy Sytch, as she did get arrested over the weekend. Once again, her conditions that she did have back in October, they did state 0 tolerance on alcohol. So it's not good news for Tammy Sytch, who is once again behind bars. That being said, as always, I do appreciate all the support. This is this week's Wrestling Connect. Also, HeelByNature.com is updated daily, multiple times a day for the latest pro wrestling news. And keep it locked here on the channel. And as always, don't forget to DDT that like button, hit subscribe, join the notification squad to be notified of new videos, and have a great day.